proud parents of the graduate students and dear students, this is not a speech or an address to the students. It is more like an engagement with the young minds, an engagement of a mentor in the youth who are going to be the key force for India's economic development. Let me start first with complimenting, appreciating the great vision of your founder, D.B. Jain. 50 years ago, thought of this great institution, a great philanthropist. 50 years is a very, very major milestone for any institution. A milestone which all the faculty members, students, the alumni should take legitimate pride. Friends, there are 3 key dates I will mention which will be relevant to you. The first date is 1947, when India became independent. At the stroke of midnight, I am sure you have heard the speech of founding Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. He mentioned very prophetic words. As the world sleeps, India awakes and makes a tryst with destiny. That was 1947. One more date is coming very fast, in which you will be very active participants. 2047, when India completes 100th year of independence, and midway is your 50th year of a college. Now, what is my association with the education sector? Friends and students, I have spent 40 years in public life and it continues. As a part of my career, I had association with the academic world, educational institutions in my capacity as Secretary to the Honorable Government of Tamil Nadu, who was the Chancellor of several universities. I was a syndicate member of the Madras University, a professor of practice of the LIBA, Royal Institute of Business Administration, on the board of IT Research Park, a part of the convening committee of the Anna University when there was no Vice Chancellor, also a board member of IITDM, the Institute of Technology and Design Management, Kanjipur. Today, you represent the new India. The median age of India is 29 years, friends. India is a very young nation. 60% of the youth are in the youth bracket, the population. Today's youth is aspirational. The youth is ambitious. Now it is incumbent upon all the stakeholders to equip you with the skills. As a mentor, I have had several sessions with various organizations and I give them 2 key messages. It is a VUCA world. I am sure you have heard of this term, VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. Volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. You all will have to negotiate this world. And you can only negotiate if you equip yourself on a daily basis. You need to upgrade your skills on a daily basis or you will become irrelevant. Plus, you need emotional resilience, friends, to negotiate this VUCA world. Then you have fighting chance for making mark in this world. All of you must be reading the newspapers. The world is going through major transitions. As Alvin Toffler had mentioned some time back in his book Future Shock, these major transitions are going to impact the future, and if we have to future-proof our careers, our lives, then we must envision the future, imagine the future and start preparing for that uncertain future. So what are the major trends which our nation is experiencing? The first mega trend is the geopolitical context, the way the world order is changing. The second is the technological transformation. And third is the carbon transition. I'll spend a few words on all of them. The first geopolitical context. You were reading the newspapers, the current political developments. Friends, it is India's century. The next 30-40 years till 2047, when India aspires to become a developed nation with a seat on the high table, a seat of pride in the Committee of Nations, as a proud, confident and sovereign nation. This is our time. Who will power this? The youth. The term demographic dividend is very, very relevant here. The youth of 140 crore population represents a huge market plus a huge talent base. We have to now channelize this talent, the aspirations, ability of the youth into productive ventures and assets. The second transformation is technological. All of you must be aware of AI, ChatGPT 3, ChatGPT 5. And among the youth, there is a very, very common anxiety. Will AI take my jobs away? Will I be able to master the skills and be relevant? Friends, AI is just an instrument for us to do our jobs better, to be more productive. AI can never compete with humans on creativity, intuition, wisdom. AI is not the master. So please deploy AI for enhancing your creative talents, your intuition, innovation, and for which you have to master it. Do not outsource your thinking to AI. It is not a master, but an instrument to make you more productive. The third trend, very, very relevant for all of us, is carbon transition. All of you must have heard of climate change. See the floods in North India. See the heat wave conditions across the world. The climatic patterns are changing because of carbon emissions in the atmosphere. Historically, since the Industrial Revolution, we have been burning fossil fuels. And these fossil fuels have damaged the ozone layer, leading to warming of the atmosphere and leading to this unpredictable, uncertain climatic events. The oceans are heating up, leading to frequent cyclones, very intense rainfall patterns. So India has committed as a very responsible nation that we will become net zero by 2070. This was made by the Honorable Prime Minister during the COP, that is the Conference of Parties event organized by the United Nations. Net zero means that what carbon India emits, that equivalent amount of carbon India will also absorb. All nations have got this target to become net zero, because this impacts the quality of life, the quality of air, the quality of water. It is here each of you has to start playing a very crucial role. Take an assessment. What is your carbon footprint individually? What is the kind of papers you are consuming? The tissue papers. They all come from trees, and there is our fossil fuel behind that. Transportation, can you take public transportation? Off the lights, as simple as that. Circular economy, recycle, reduce, keep using it again. These small steps by you may seem very, very insignificant, but these will contribute in a long way. There is a very important scheme in the Government of India, Project Life. lifestyle for efficient climate change combating, sustainable lifestyle. So my appeal to all of you is, please build sustainability in your individual lifestyles. Try to maximize use recycled items. Simple example, in a plastic bottle, drinking water, discarding it away is a very inefficient method. Rather than use glass tumblers and glass bottles, of the like, use public transportation, minimize use of paper, use it again, both sides. These small steps you can do will go a long way in reducing your personal carbon footprints. I request the administration of this college that in future also rank your students on the individual carbon footprints. So friends, these trends are going to define the future, and you are going to get the vortex of these changes. In this context, what is going to be your role? One very important thing which the principal was mentioning is there is a huge focus on the entrepreneurship cell of this college, EDC. Friends, in a young nation, we are facing a challenge of jobs, a challenge of sustainable jobs, a challenge of jobs that meets your aspirations, for which you need to become job creators. All of us cannot be job seekers. Job creation is something which is a very, very valuable contribution to society, and particularly in the manufacturing sector. Today we read about the tariff wars, the challenges for Indian goods. It is here your role will come into play. For any country to be a developed country, manufacturing has to be 25% of the GDP. In India it is 17%. Because we transitioned from agrarian economy to service economy. Yes, IT sector gave us jobs, but a lot of us became coders. We left our domain knowledge. Now it's a time for us to go back to domain knowledge and go back to manufacturing, with particular focus on the MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises. Here, my organization called COSIDICI. A few lines about that. This is the confederation of the state finance corporations and the state industrial development corporations. It's an all India body headquartered in Delhi. The mandate to make our MSMEs competitive. We give technology guidance, we give them guidance on sustainability, on finance, on any aspect of cyber security to make them competitive. And MSMEs are the ones that are the backbone of Indian manufacturing, the backbone of India's economy. Manufacturing is one sector that will create jobs that meet your aspirations, jobs that also give you a very clear career trajectory. So MSMEs are going to be extremely important in the days to come. Here, a few illustrations about Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has always been a thought leader, friends. Tamil Nadu has always been a technology leader. What Tamil Nadu is today, rest of India follows. It is the second most advanced economy, with the most diversified manufacturing base. Maximum of factories are in Tamil Nadu. Now, Tamil Nadu is positioned to go to the next level of development. It is the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu to make Tamil Nadu economy a country economy, powered by green economy. Tamil Nadu is blessed with wind, solar, ports, infrastructure. So it is well positioned to take this leap to be a country economy by 2030. Huge number of jobs will be created, which will give a lot of career openings for all of you. One very, very strong point, as the principal was mentioning, about women empowerment. Friends, it will interest to you that 54% of the industrial workforce of women is contributed by Tamil Nadu. There are huge factories run only by women.